right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hello. It's been a while.
And my former co-host but regular contributor, Celine Jung's in the house.
Hi. Hello.
Guys, it's been a long time since we last recorded.
It really has been, and apparently a month since you've seen Jay.
I mean, I
maybe
probably,
me too.
I think I saw Jay maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when I saw you guys, but I saw you about 2 weeks ago too.
Yeah,
Celine.
what was the situation?
I don't remember. That's the thing. Maybe Sam's birthday. That would have been middle of
maybe.
January.
Yeah.
And then
at Cali Kitch.
At Cali Kitch, yeah.
That could have been it.
And then Jay, I haven't seen since last time we recorded, probably, which was maybe 3 weeks ago at this point. Yeah.
Wow.
So any life updates? I know you went to Pipukwa at one point.
Oh, did
yeah.
you?
Yeah, your skin looks really good, dude.
No, it's like still scarred and healing.
Is
Did
it?
you get
So
extractions?
I got potenza,
What is that?
which is just like basically getting your face tattooed, but without.
Oh,
ink.
shit.
You know, it's just micro needles.
Uh-huh.
So it's supposed to like hit all these sebaceous glands and rid them of
Okay,
sebum,
sebum.
whatever. And
Sebaceous
help,
glands.
Yeah, help with acne moving forward.
when
hopefully.
did you
Nice.
get that?
I got it a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
Maybe
you
a week
been-
and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
yeah.
noticed anything?
Your skin actually looks noticeably like smoother for sure.
I
feel
hope
like
so. I mean, I
Jay's
don't
skin
think
has been looking good the last few times I
Yeah.
saw
I don't
you.
think it's like dark because there's like scarring that happened from the actual needles. Like they fucked up my face.
You looked crazy after, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, like bandages and stuff everywhere.
My
Yeah.
face is bandaged.
No, because yesterday we saw Sue's friends in town and she just did like some sort of Pipukwa stuff and she looked pretty gnarly, like not gonna lie. Her own admission,
really
she was like, I
insane.
look crazy. And it was like a lot of dots on her neck. And it
I
was,
can't even look at that.
Yeah, it was a little
I can't
jingle.
look at it, yeah.
So you've just been in recovery mode, playing Hogwarts Legacy, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you beaten the game yet?
No, I'm taking it slow. Pacing myself. I've been making a lot of sandwiches.
Oh,
I've been cooking a lot.
dude, we're in our 30s. Oh, you've been cooking.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on record saying sandwiches is probably the thing that I miss the most from the U.S.
Yeah.
because they don't really do them correctly here. Or not correctly, that sounds super pretentious, but
I mean, honestly, yes. Like the American sandwich is a type of sandwich
it
that
is.
you just can't get here.
I mean, I can't get a good deli sandwich
No.
anywhere. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
even- I don't know
yeah.
where to look.
yeah, and I'm
And-
sorry, like that is a better sandwich than a Korean sandwich.
Preach,
Yeah.
preach.
Yeah.
To
So,
me,
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
all about what you like.
What's your top sandwich? What's the one you're craving the most?
I like nowadays. I like just a straight like Italian cold cuts.
Yeah, brilliant.
Like
Are you doing
mustard,
that really
onions.
popular TikTok thing where you cut everything up for
chopped sandwiches.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. But one of the reasons why I'm doing like eating so many sandwiches is because in Haebangchon there's this great bakery called Ru, and they just do sourdough.
Oh,
And
nice.
It's amazing bread. Highly recommend
oh
it.
my god, okay.
And so ever since I started eating this bread, I'm like, I can't stop eating it. So then I've been ordering meat from Salt House.
Nice.
And then just every day, just like
Actually, now that I think about it, Salt House does make pretty good sandwiches, though. They're not the same kind that you're talking about, though,
Right.
Sales. They're not necessarily like strictly the deli
At
style.
this point, it's a Koreanized, what they interpret as a deli sandwich.
It's extremely decadent.
It's
Yeah.
very decadent. They have this like sweet sauce that they put on. At least the last time I ate it, and it wasn't at one of the original locations. It was in a Pikajom because now they've
gross.
expanded.
Oh, at like the Hyundai or whatever?
Yeah, it was at the Hyundai.
Yeah, for sure. I know I saw
and,
that.
The sandwich was tiny. The sandwich was.
The bread is always too hard.
The bread was so hard.
Yeah.
I like looked like a fool eating it, and the sauce was too sweet.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you.
I mean, because it used to be really good. I
It
remember.
was so
I really
good when it
enjoyed
first
a
came
Salt
out.
House
But isn't that
sandwich.
how it is with everything in Korea?
It
Like
really
when it
is.
pops
It's
off, it's
so
good, and then it just gets
disappointing.
worse and worse. Yeah.
For me, like I think this is really the American side of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you guys will agree. But for me, consistency is key in terms of like the food establishments that I like and go to. Like I need all my restaurants to have recipes that have never changed and will never change for 20 years.
Right.
And if you change it, you're
dead. Yeah,
you're
you
dead
suck.
to me.
Well, I mean, Korean restaurants in Korea obviously have legacy and like pretty decent
Yes,
quality control.
yeah.
But yeah, our American
Some
fare
places.
just doesn't really have that.
No, some places, like not all places, but yes, there are like, a handful of restaurants that I know, I've been going to since high school
Right.
that have never changed. And honestly,
Oh my God. Speaking of like, that reminds me of like taco chili, right?
For example.
So I had a friend who was in town who used to be my roommate back in the day. He was just visiting really briefly, but he was like, we're walking around Itaewon and he's like, is this place still here? Is this place? And like literally every place he like named off,
Didn't
aside from
exist.
Vatos basically,
Yeah.
has changed. And it kind of just took me back down memory alley and just, yeah, taco chili was fucking bomb for years. And then what happened? And now Budongsan took over. What the hell?
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
Heard so much about this taco chili show.
You never even got to have it?
No, Jay.
So what the
missed
hell?
it.
Yeah.
What the F? It just reminded me of like those being 25 to 28 maybe and just like always going out. Every night was going out for dinner with like someone.
At
you
Taco
know?
Chili.
Somewhere.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think I ate at home for like 3 years. I never cooked. I was always eating out with someone or drinking with someone. And I mean, these days, Jaehyun and I are just making salads, like a lot of salads. Dude,
Salads are
Jaehyun
fun
started
to make.
cooking. She made doenjang last
I
week. It was
saw
really good.
that.
And she's
It
making
looked
banchan.
really good.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's slowly but surely, she's like,
Nice.
she made like shigumchi, like a bunch of crap, dude.
A bunch of.
Bunch of crap, dude.
So has she started cooking on her own will or because
That's a good question. Like, does anyone have free will
she's
at the end of the
nodding
day?
her head.
No, she definitely did. I mean,
Nice.
I've been asking her to cook for me for 2 years, maybe. Oh, speaking of even that, like we stayed at Banyan Tree for like a kind of an anniversary special.
That was anniversary?
Well, like it was the anniversary of the day that I proposed to her.
Okay, right.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that my aunt Heather had like a room at Banyan that she like wasn't going to use, so she just not even knowing it was like our quote unquote anniversary, she just gave it to us. Dude, this room had a fucking pool in it. It was
I
nuts.
saw that. It was a really interesting
It was an interesting layout, and it was
like,
also an interesting concept.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, that's cool, but it doesn't need to be a private pool in our room. I don't
and
know
it doesn't
why.
have to be like in the
It's
living
in the living.
room.
It's
Do
next
you
to
know
the
what I
TV.
mean?
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's so weird. But it was such a fun night, and we were doing dry January. But
Yeah.
when we were there, we were like, we have to go to the bar and get a cocktail, and we have to like enjoy this view. So we did break dry January.
Also, that was so close to the end.
Yeah. No, we made it. We made it
could've.
3 solid weeks. 3 solid weeks.
Nice.
But what else? So what else has everyone been up to? Just hanging out at home, or I know. Oh my God, your dog broke
Yeah.
his or her ACL.
Yeah, the last few weeks have gone by really fast.
So fast.
Yeah, because I've been like working a lot, cooking a lot, which has been good, staying at home a lot. I feel like I've been reading and writing, like trying to.
Good,
Because I
that's-
have like that goal for myself
Right.
that we talked about. So
Totally.
I've been doing that. And then my dog tore her ACL, and that's just been like I can't leave. Like we can't leave the house.
No, you were saying how you
Yeah.
guys have to deadlift a
We have to
65-pound
deadlift
dog
a 65-pound dog,
just so she can poo. Which is
or
so,
even pee.
so do you have to like hold her like legs when she's like squatting? Like how does she even poo?
No, so the thing is, like, she can put weight on her leg, but it's hard for her, and also she shouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my god, you guys, I paid 65만 원 for a custom fitted dog brace on her leg, because without that brace, she technically shouldn't put any
weight,
weight
yeah,
on
yeah,
her
yeah.
leg, but. You can't really control it. You can only control a dog to a certain extent.
For sure. And how did she break her ACL? Was she like running
Literally.
around or tear?
So
I mean,
it's
sorry.
apparently I've been learning a lot about orthopedics and like apparently it's like really equivalent to the human ACL injury where like it'll happen just from a sudden, like changing direction while running or making a sudden stop.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? So she was literally just running around one morning
Aw.
and tore the ACL.
Did you have to get an MRI for that, or can they
So
determine it?
they
based
can
on an
determine
X-ray?
something via X-ray, but it's
Yeah.
not complete. So right now we're like, we don't know whether it's a full tear or partial tear. Our vet thinks it's a full tear, but we can't really know unless she gets an MRI, which costs in Korea over $1,000.
Jeez.
And this will be, if she gets her surgery, she's been under 4 times in the last year.
Yikes.
Oh my God.
How old is
It's
Duncan
not
again?
ideal.
She's like
She's
10?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I did also learn that age is not a disease. So, like, just because you're old, same goes for humans. Just because you're old doesn't mean anything in terms of, like, can you go under or can you get a surgery?
Okay. It's just crazy how those medical expenses pile up. And so obviously like the sort of like cynical view is like, well, she had a good life and like, let's like kind of ride this out and then we'll just get a new dog with that money, basically. I mean, you just buy a new dog with that money, right?
No. First of all, we're not buying a dog.
It's a terrible way to look at it.
Second of all, well, so I can respond to that. So for us, yes, Duncan is 10, but she is so healthy. She's so full of life. She has so much more life in her to live. She's fully healthy. So for us, it's like 3 more years, 4 more years. Yes, it's worth it for the surgery. She's not a dying dog. Like you guys have seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally still how she acts.
And how's Monkey? How's your little cat doing knowing that?
Monkey is very sensitive and like just really weird these days.
Because of after Duncan's injury, you've noticed it? Yeah.
I think because like we're now leaving her home a lot because we're like all at the vet.
She knows something's different.
She knows something's off. Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to Japan
When?
in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
For just solo dolo?
No, my friend is visiting from New York, and like, so this was kind of a last minute thing, kind of not, kind of yes, but it will be my first time traveling since I got back from Europe in the summer.
Yeah, with your family.
Yeah, with my family, which was like a great trip, but like I had a lot of like
family time.
No, like my freaking like panic attacks. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
like it was so bad. It was really bad. So I have a lot of I'm just like preparing myself for like, I don't want to get panicky and anxious again. Because I know for me, one of my triggers is being in new places. That is a trigger for me. Like I fully know that now. But I think Japan will be a little bit different because I've been there before. And also
somewhat recently.
Right? And I feel safe in Japan.
Yeah, Japan feels safe.
It's not like the US, for example, where it's like I'm truly constantly scared about like 5 different things. And Europe was just completely new for me. So
Jan and I are going to be in Bangkok in a few days, so that'll be fun.
I'm jealous of that because of the weather.
Yeah, it's going to, I mean, Jan, she can get dark. I can't. I just get burned.
Oh, you get, okay.
Yeah, like I thought, I honestly, like when we were in Italy for the honeymoon, I was like, maybe things have changed, like
and
maybe,
it didn't.
No, not at all. I got worse. Started getting like sun rashes.
But do you slather on the sunscreen?
I mean, you have to put on sunscreen, right? But
No,
I do.
of course.
But I also do like
like
a nice sheen of glistening, tanning oil.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Don't do tanning oil, right?
What do you mean?
Because that makes the sun hit you harder.
But isn't that how you get tan? Now I'm getting.
Because you
now I'm
want to
confused.
get brown.
Yes. I want. My goal is to get tan.
You want to get brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know if that
interesting. Do
works.
you guys? So you want to get tan?
Yeah, for sure. Ever since I saw Pocahontas, I was like, that's my ideal skin color.
That's your ideal. You have to get a few shades darker. Then.
Dude.
And she was.
You're telling me, man.
She was probably even darker than the.
Dude,
cartoon.
I've had this dream since fifth grade. You know. But
I do like a bit of color on me too. I think I look better.
yeah, I think also
tend to look
being
sallow
being
when I'm
tan
pale.
would motivate me to be jacked or like like my body. It would just motivate me more. So it's kind of like a win. It's a net win for my wife too.
Because
right?
you're like, if you're tan, you have to get the.
I will
six-pack.
always just take off my shirt
Like
if
you
I'm
have.
tan.
Yeah. Wait, Jay, do you tan?
Yeah. I think naturally I do get tan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Rather than
dark
burning.
Asian for sure.
I'm a dark
When I was
Asian,
a
too.
kid, I was like my grandma used to say, "Shikamokke tasso."
What color is your butthole?
All right, pull him down, buddy. What color is your butthole?
No, you know how the pigmentation. I think there's a word for it other than pigmentation. But okay, for example, like pink nipples versus
Yeah,
brown
I was
nipples,
thinking
right?
nipple, like the color of the nipples might
Nipple
be
for girls,
indicative.
for guys it would be like your asshole. For girls it would be our asshole, but also our.
It's interesting. I just
vaginas.
Googled it, and the first thing that comes up is like anal bleaching sponsored.
Yeah, because
Butthole whitening.
People of color and a lot of white people also they do the freaking asshole bleaching.
For sure. I mean, with a whole generation that's eating ass, you want them to be sanitary, right? So
Bleaching your asshole. I didn't realize it's like to get rid of bacteria.
No, it's to get rid of the color to make it.
but
lighter.
also, but surely also for like when you're doing anal stuff.
No, that's not bleaching. That would be like an enema or something.
All right, let's
Yeah, that would be an enema. Yeah.
Would it matter what color?
Okay, why do people anal bleach?
Because people don't like that it looks dark.
Different than the
They
rest of your
want it
ass.
to look, and for some people,
it's literally just a cosmetic procedure for the appearance.
for some people
Okay.
it's really
Yeah,
dark.
that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Like
for some people it's really dark, and it like looks weird, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Because I think in porn you're so used to seeing
Right.
with like the pink nipples and the pink nether regions. But a lot of people of color don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Asians included. Like we're brown.
How do we get
for
on
saying
butthole
that.
bleaching again? Where'd that
'Cause
come
we were
from?
talking about doing
getting
tan or bleach.
Yeah, so hopefully hopefully I get a little bit dark. But moving on, anyone seen any new movies lately? I think Jaehyun and I have watched a fair share of recent releases.
I saw Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, what'd you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty terrific.
I thought it was terrific too.
It hits all like the Martin Scorsese notes.
Yeah, and then I realized like I actually think I like Martin Scorsese.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Hot take.
I've enjoyed all of his movies.
Yeah. You know
Like,
what you're getting into with a Scorsese
Yeah,
film,
and I
for
was like,
sure.
oh, this one is another hit.
Yeah. He
I
did it
forgot
again.
how violent his movies are though.
Mm-hmm.
This was like
Dude, totally. A lot of people's faces getting blown off in this movie.
crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I forgot this is Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. But I feel like you like that sort of like graphic stuff too.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Although this one was like very disturbing. It was I was hard to watch at some point.
Oh, for sure.
It was just so disturbing. But I'm glad the story was told.
Yeah. I had no idea about that story until the movie came out. And I was like, this is a fascinating tale.
I mean,
But it
it's
makes
so fascinating.
it's so trippy, right? Because like
Yeah.
when new money is, I mean, it makes me even think about how when like slaves were liberated in the generations after slavery ended, when there were a lot of black communities that were thriving economically, and then white people would have to like work for them, but it led to a lot of violence in those communities. But you're
Tulsa.
right,
The race
Tulsa,
riots.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's the same
Which
thing,
they
right?
referenced in the
Yeah.
movie.
So it's
Yeah,
like. And it's I can totally see how economics and like racism or I guess like overt violence is all tied basically to like economic shifts, right?
Exactly.
I'm a professor, basically.
Right, we all are.
We're all professors. We're all sociologists.
But I think that's the only like Oscar movie I've seen.
I saw
guys seen the
Wonka.
Oscar
I thought it was worthy of an Oscar.
I have
Really?
no interest
Wow.
in that.
I mean,
don't know
we thought
why.
it was pretty terrific in terms of like keeping in.
I love how the word terrific is used.
Yeah, it was pretty scrumptious. It was splendiferous. No, it really kind of captured the magic of what I think Wonka's should be about. The
Okay.
core of Wonka.
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet did a pretty great job.
Terrific job.
I think
did
it
a
was pretty.
terrific
I think it was pretty terrific.
Yeah.
And the songs were catchy as fuck. We were singing that shit, dude. Like straight up.
All new songs.
Yeah. I mean, they got some throwbacks. They got some throwbacks,
Yeah.
but
It's just hard for me because I love the original one so much,
Right.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
That
But,
one.
Gene Wilder
Yeah.
one kind of disturbed me a lot as a kid too.
No, and
You know?
I liked that.
Like not just like the graphic, not just like the sort of visual imagery of like them going through a tunnel, but his like demeanor was really antagonizing.
Yeah.
And like I was always, because when I read the books, I always thought of Wonka as like a crazy old man who like loves
Like a
chocolate.
silly man.
Silly
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Frivolous man, if you will. But
Yeah.
Gene Wilder's portrayal was a little bit
There was a darkness there.
dark.
Yeah.
But so they got rid of that. I think that Chalamet's character is really just idealistic and positive, and
okay.
that kind of captured it better for me.
Did you guys see the Johnny Depp one?
So
I
weird.
don't think I saw
Oh my
that
god,
one.
I hated it.
Oh, really?
I thought it was
Okay.
so bad.
I don't remember it really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then that's not good.
But yeah, basically afterwards we watched like everything that director's ever done. He's also done Paddington too. So we just like went on a kick watching these
my
really
gosh.
terrific children's movies
Yeah,
from the
terrific
UK.
children's movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, UK director.
Yeah, UK director. Yeah.
Oh, I tried to watch The Color Purple.
The remake or
Yeah, the new one.
I've never even seen the original.
I haven't seen the original either, but I love the book. And I stopped halfway through
Because
the
it was
movie.
It was
It
too
was
sad.
so weird. No, like it should be sad, but it was a musical. They were breaking into song every 5 minutes.
No.
And like it would be like, oh yeah, dad just raped the daughter. She's lying on the ground and she starts singing. And like I don't know. It just was
Yeah, for sure.
a little off. The vibe was off. I guess that's
Yeah.
the best. The vibe was off.
Well, that reminds me of another movie Jan and I saw. We saw The Beekeeper.
I don't know that.
It's the new Jason Statham movie. It's
new.
It's basically like a John Wick. Yeah, it's a John Wick type movie. But like in it, Jason Statham plays like a beekeeper, and I'm gonna protect the colony at all costs, even if it means taking out the queen bee. You know, like that's his whole shtick.
What?
And it gets increasingly more ludicrous because the premise is that there's like a secret society of protectors of the U.S. called the Beekeepers, whose job is to keep the colony in line and protect the colony from collapse.
Weird.
It's very bizarre. And so he's like the most badass human being on the planet because he was a beekeeper. So like all these SEAL Team 6 guys are coming at him, and he just kills dozens of them. It's like at least John Wick had this kind of mythos of like, oh, he was this secret society. But this movie kind of just doesn't do enough work to earn it. There's no earning of it. It's just like, he's a beekeeper? Holy, we're all gonna die. Like everyone in the CIA, it's like, oh, just shoot him? Like, just literally just shoot him? I don't understand how that is.
I hate that. I hate it when movies don't set things up.
Yeah, but it was such a romp and an stupidly enjoyable film.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jan and I thought it was pretty terrific.
Okay. You've been seeing a lot of terrific movies.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of 48 Hours.
Ooh, you're on that true crime kick. Yeah. And any salacious stories that you've been like kind of obsessing over?
I'm honestly going down the list from most viewed.
You're probably just getting desensitized as fuck, though.
I mean, for sure.
They're all just like...
This is why I had to stop watching true crime for a bit.
Jenny Kaplan was a senior at Oregon State University when her ex-boyfriend Kyle killed her. It's like every story is the same.
It's... Watching it, you think that these are all like, oh yeah, that was a murder from the 90s. That was a murder. No, but this is like literally, it's stuff that has happened last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
It actually is fucked up because
it's so insane. And then these are stories that, and honestly, true crime, like there's no reason that you would ever have to like ever watch movies ever again if you watch true crime, because it's like, there's nothing that is crazier than this.
Than the real story.
Yeah,
I agree. And especially because it keeps happening. It's like
keeps happening.
Like the story of a young, pretty woman being horrifically murdered is just a tale as old. Like one of those enduring. It just keeps happening, and it's so fucked up. That's why I mean, it's like, it's almost desensitizing though. It's like, oh, another one. Ooh, like get the popcorn ready. Because I agree. Like I kind of like those who did it. Like what was the motive? But it always kind of boils down to like some crazy motherfucker with violent tendencies.
No,
I mean, I'm simplifying.
You know, for sure. Yeah. But that's the crazy thing where it's like, I think I used to believe that, but there are some cases where like there's no motive whatsoever. And then there's some cases where like it's why is it always like this? Why is it when somebody, I know this is not the case all of the time, but there's so many stories where somebody is murdered by someone who like is so well liked, so popular, so nice. There were never any inklings that they could do this, never any blah, blah, blah. And then they end up committing the most horrific murder that you could ever think of.
I mean,
like these are not people who are like, oh yes, that's a killer. That's somebody who's like had that's someone wrong.
I mean, or
with him.
The stories that we hear are always the ones where like the killer is the most unlikely person.
Maybe,
yeah. I mean, people are crazy. I don't know. People are fucked up.
It is frightening, but you know, I think like. And then I also think back on how many times like I could have been murdered in my past. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Jayan's definitely talked to me about that. She's like, "Wow, I can't believe I survived."
Yes.
She was like alone in Italy for 2 weeks for once, and she was like going on like Tinder dates to get free meals, and she was like, "Oh, I should be dead."
Yes. And like I remember my mom would drop us off at Barnes and Noble as kids.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And we would just stay there for 7 hours.
Did you guys have like a safe word or something? Like, did your mom ever?
Nope.
So I think a big story had come out when we were kids where like some kids were abducted, but then they had managed to call their parents, but they couldn't communicate to the parents. Yeah. So like, my mom was like, we need to have like a word that like if something were to happen, you called us that we would know like something's wrong. And my sister and I were like, what should the word be? And we unanimously agreed the word was poo-poo. And I don't know why my mom signed off on that because it's clearly like a pretty bad
Poo poo.
You know, it's just like everything's great, mom. Poo poo.
Yeah.
Yes, we're having a great time. Poo poo.
That's
but
a good word.
I remember.
Because you
Yeah.
could pretend
Because-
that like you need to poo poo.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, you wouldn't use poo poo normally.
Yeah, it would be like kind of a word that's like random. Sure. Yeah.
Poo.
How's everyone's
a funny
bowel
word.
movements
Oh
these
wait,
days?
sorry. I was gonna say the Barnes and Noble thing. I didn't
Yeah.
mention that just because like we go to Barnes and Noble, but like my sister has been cornered by pedophiles at Barnes and Noble before
think you
when she
mentioned
was
this
8
before.
years
That's
old,
so
7 years
fucked up.
old. Like men coming up to her, and none of us were around. They would corner her in the children's section. No, they would. This happened to her maybe 3 times.
Jesus Christ.
Cornered her in the children's section in Barnes and Noble, like propositioning her, like saying, "What's your name? How old are you?" About someone easily could have just grabbed her and taken her.
That's
you know what I
so
mean?
scary.
Or coaxed her
Yeah.
somewhere, like. And then also just how many pedophiles are out there.
Yeah.
That's also moral of the story. They walk among us. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's some pretty
They
dark
walk,
shit,
they
dude.
Really do. They
Yeah.
walk among us 100%.
Oh God, I don't want to think about
100%. They are in our friend group.
that. I'm not like, yeah, exactly. It's like that's so fucking dark, bro. Well, speaking of our friend group, man, like, what's everyone been up to this lately? I feel like we haven't really
Yeah,
been hanging out. So
Have you been hanging out? Because I feel like
kind of, yeah. I think the
Yeah.
last few days we've made more, like, not even an effort. It's just like I've been saying yes to hanging out more often. I think is
Okay.
what it is. Yeah, we hung out with Chloe.
yeah.
Chloe's
did-
been going on some dates.
I did hear about
Yeah,
that.
so we, oh my God, so awkward. We're such bad friends. But like, she
I mean,
texted us yesterday.
honestly,
She's
it
like, hey,
sounded awkward.
she's like, hey, like, I'm going to be out in Hanam with like the boy, you know, and like, she was like saying we should get dinner or do something. And so we were like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Like, we'd love to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
But then Chloe kind of just pulled a 180 on us and just decided to go to dinner straight away, right? So we all
Without-
linked up
yeah.
around 4 and she was already in line at the restaurant to eat with him. So we weren't sure what was going on, but a lot of what motivated me to go to dinner yesterday was to meet this guy. Long story short, we ended up just like waiting for them outside the restaurant, like having walked around for 2 hours, like waiting for Chloe to like get back to us about hanging out.
Oh,
we ended up
okay,
just
okay.
waiting for them for like
Okay.
5 minutes, and they came out. And there's like 5 of us being like, "Hi, you must be
my
blank," you know, like nice to meet you.
God.
I mean, we didn't intend it to be that way. Obviously,
yeah,
we envisioned it to be more like, "Oh, hey, like, you know,
Yeah, let's all hang
let's all
out."
hang out."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I went to a Project Ball event. You know, the guys who play basketball in the Itaewon community. They're called Project Ball. They're
Okay.
like a bunch of jocks. But they had like a party the other night at Sam Ryan's. And so I was like, you know what? I haven't been to Sam Ryan's in probably like 6 years. So fuck it, let's go. And I had a blast. So
Nice.
just trying
I
to say
haven't been
yes
there in
to
so long either.
Yeah. Also, because when we were doing Dry January, we would just play board games all the time. You know what I mean? That's all we really did. We didn't go out. So I'm kind of trying to like get back into the groove of
And
like
say yes to things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
That's good. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, especially because it was such a busy like application season and stuff. So I do want to like unwind a little bit more. But I don't know, you know, with that said, it's like I hadn't seen Jason, for example, in like since White Elephant probably.
Yeah.
So ran into him the other night when we were going out. I never get to see DK anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, you know, those rare occasions when I get to run into them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, yeah, we've been seeing Phil and James a lot, especially Phil. I've been seeing Phil like every day.
So funny. Everyone, but yeah, except Phil.
Getting my fill of Phil. Yeah.
You don't have to talk about this on the podcast, but what about housing wise? Have you guys
Yeah.
figured
Oh yeah.
So basically, I think we're kind of taking a break on looking at stuff because we've realized that we still have about 2 months, honestly, before we're gonna get our money back. Legally, we're entitled to get our money back for Chonse.
In 2 months.
Yeah, in 2
Okay.
months. So in that meantime, even if we saw a place that we really liked, we wouldn't be able to scrounge up the money without getting my money back.
Yeah.
In which case, someone else is going to probably sign the lease. So there's no point really.
Yeah.
With that said, it's really funny because one of the realtors who's been showing us around has a listing in this building. He's helping my upstairs neighbor move out. So I ran into him the other day when I was just walking out, and he like gave me a knowing. He had texted me, and I just ghosted him because I didn't want to respond. And then I saw him. I was like, oh hi.
Oh, I love that.
I got your message last week, and he's like, yes, I know. Like you don't want Chunse anymore. I know. And I was like, okay, then why'd you send me the fucking listing, dude? Yeah, but also getting a feel of like the apartments, like the old apartment complexes across from Haebangchon Bridge that have been around since like the 80s.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
saw a few units there, and like some of them are really nice.
Are they?
Yeah. So
Like renovated inside?
yeah, one of them we saw that was not on the market, but it was an example of a floor plan, like had been renovated, and it was just super fucking nice. I was-
okay.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, I would 100% live here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're thinking about. I'm more open-minded now to like apartments. I used to be more on just villas, but now I'm a
Got
little
it.
bit more open-minded.
Open to apartments. Yeah.
I had a dream last night. You just reminded me. I had a dream that my house was way bigger than it actually is, and I
love those
had
dreams.
like these 2 rooms that I never knew
my
existed.
And in the
Gosh,
dream
wait,
where you're
that's
like, "Wow, how did I not know?"
Yeah,
about
and
that?"
I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I can like
You
totally
went to
put
check
this
it out
here and
in
this
real
here."
life.
Then I woke up. I'm like, "Damn,
Dude, I actually had
Yeah.
that same dream with a few weeks ago, and I was telling her the dream was that it was the same apartment, but it was just bigger,
Yeah.
and we had like more space to put shit, and we were really excited. And then I woke up, and I was like,
yeah."
reality sucks.
That's why I prefer nightmares to good
Because you
dreams.
wake up to a better
Yeah.
world.
I mean, I
than
honestly have no problem.
You
with
wake up to
nightmares.
relief, a feeling of
Yeah, I
relief,
love-
rather than longing.
Yeah.
You know, those kinds of
Yeah.
dreams used to bother me as a kid for sure. Like when I would wake up and be like, "Fuck, that wasn't real."
It sucks.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
It sucks. But then waking up from a nightmare, oh my God.
Relief.
I think really one of the best feelings ever.
That's
Don't you
so
think?
bizarre. No, I disagree. I hate nightmares. I
really?
hate nightmares. Yeah. Are you kidding? I had a nightmare that my dad and I were being held hostage by
I have
bandits.
hostage dreams. Oh,
I
by
was
the way, I've
terrified.
had dreams, all of you dead in the dirt. Like literally, I have dreams of
You
people
raped and murdered.
dying.
You pedophile kidnapped you. You.
Literally, every single one of my family members has been shot.
You should keep track because that means that they're supposed to have like good luck, right?
Right,
So-
I know. So
yeah.
I'm not afraid of those dying dreams. It's just like funny because like it's usually an accident.
Uh-huh. Do you
Convenient.
cry in the dream? Do you have an emotional
Yes.
reaction? Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
That's bizarre.
Do you guys ever wake up laughing?
No.
That is the best
Rarely.
feeling in the world.
Never woke up laughing. I've woken
Waking
up crying
laughing.
before.
Oh, I
But
hate
that's what I'm
that.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like when I have a dream where someone dies and I'm like devastated in the dream,
wake
I
up
will wake
crying.
up crying. Like, yeah.
I woke up screaming for sure.
Me too. I woke up yelping.
Anger.
Yeah.
you guys-
anger?
Yeah.
Really? Just being like,
Like
"Fuck
feeling-
you, mother!"
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just fucking wake up and I'm yelling. Like in the dream, I'm about to yell, and then I wake up and I yell what I'm going to say.
Whoa,
In the
whoa,
dream.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I did also learn recently that when acting out your dreams
Yeah. I don't
is like a potential sign of future dementia.
acting out your
Oh.
dream. So
Yeah.
like,
So like if you are sleeping and you're going like this
oh,
or
I see.
going like making hand movements or
Oh shit.
Isn't that
These are very
crazy?
sobering facts that you're giving us.
and I mean it doesn't mean you're gonna get
like statistics
dementia,
are that
but
someone in our friend group is going to be a killer slash pedophile. It's like, okay.
clearly watching too many things. But there are a lot of pedophiles out there for sure. That I stand by that.
What is everyone reading these days? What are you reading?
I just finished a novel called Fates and Furies. Have you read it?
I think I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
I want to say it's like by like someone like Barbara Kingsolver or something like that.
No,
Some name
Groff, Lauren Groff.
Like that. Lauren Groff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think she's a I think it was her like second novel or
And
something.
is she also known to do like kind of Greek, like retellings of Greek stories? And like,
yeah, she did have that.
she
yeah.
did like Circe was one of her books maybe or something like that.
Oh no, but in this book it's about a playwright.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And so he writes plays on like Greek mythology.
on like
It's,
Aeschylus and
retellings
stuff.
of
Gotcha.
yeah.
Cool. And
I skipped all those parts. I skipped the play parts.
oh
I
my
was like,
god,
this is
you're one of
boring.
those readers.
Yeah, honestly,
No, I mean that's
I don't like Greek.
it's your prerogative.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, the girl who doesn't like Greek shit picked up a book called fucking Furies. What the hell, dude?
Fates and
Fates and
Furies.
Furies is literally the most Greek shit you could pick
I
up.
know, but it was good outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I've been getting into fiction,
Good.
which I like.
Nice.
What about you guys?
I have been very slow to get on my New Year's resolution of trying to read more, but I've been reading Hidden Potential by Adam Grant.
Okay, he's a great.
does,
He's like
like,
the
a lot
guy
of-
who
Is that like a
Sort of
self-help?
like self-
he wrote like Think Again. That was like a really popular sort of pop psychology book.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. What's kind of the thrust of this new one?
So far, it's like, perfectionism is terrible. You should just be okay with, like making mistakes and learning from them and just it's been a while since I read the
I'm also like, this guy.
Jason's
doesn't
like,
have a
I admit it, I
strong
don't read.
thesis."
I've never read a book in my life.
Yeah. So apparently, when he was like before he got to high school, he somehow just like saw a diving thing on the Olympics and was like, I want to dive.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And
actually, yeah.
he started doing this in high school, and he sucked. He was like awful. But he just really tried hard, and his coach was like, you know what, like you suck, but I think that you could make it to like nationals if you really try. And he ended up,
Nationals is good.
yeah.
Wait, that's a good.
Yeah, and he ended up actually making. By the time he was a senior, he was like in nationals and like competing, and was really good. But his ceiling was pretty low.
Yeah,
apparently. But he maximized.
That actually reminds me of this new thing that's going around the internet. There was a kid who posted a video. He was like this kind of like chubby, maybe 12-year-old, and he's like, "All right, the comment that gets the most likes, if I get to 200,000 subscribers, like I'll do what the top comment says." Long story short, the top comment was, you will train MMA with like the most top-notch MMA trainers in Thailand. You will like enter every competition. You will become the best MMA fighter the world has ever seen, and you will look back on your career, and this comment will be the reason why. And apparently he's fucking doing it because like the top MMA fighter in the world liked the comment and then invited the student to come study with him. And this kid is apparently fucking like training to go to Thailand and study with this like master.
God.
Yeah, the internet is so weird. It's so bizarre. Like that is
weird.
This kid's life has forever changed because of one TikTok he made.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like he's gonna have maybe a career in MMA, like an opportunity that wasn't there before, which is just bizarre.
The opportunity for sure.
I'm rereading some college books I loved in college. I'm just trying to reread a few of them to kind of see if I still like them or if they kind of hit the same way.
Well, like what?
So I reread The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce just to sort of get back into modernism, like literary modernism. It was terrific. I really enjoyed it. And I'm rereading The Sound and the Fury by Faulkner, and it's definitely reminding me of why I liked it when I was young. But I'm also like, what a fucking cringy book. Because in that novel, Faulkner is just like, I'm going to get rid of punctuation. I'm going to use stream of consciousness. It was like the height of that kind of device. And reading it, I'm just like, this is the lamest book.
Yeah, it's like when I tried to read Kerouac in high school.
Exactly. It's just like that stream of consciousness
Not
stuff
for
like
me.
is romantic when you're a young aspiring writer.
Yeah.
I'm revisiting this
Though
being
I like
damn.
Frank O'Hara.
O'Hara's fine. Yeah. But he's also like such a I have opinions about O'Hara.
Okay.
I don't think he's a great poet. I just think he's an entertaining poet. But
I love.
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna slog through Sound and the Fury and then reread some Samuel Beckett novels. So he wrote Waiting for Godot. That's his most famous play. And I had to read his novels when I was in college, and they were really hard.
Okay.
But I just want to try.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like to reread books.
Yeah, I was the same way, but now I'm much more like, I had read so many books throughout college and grad school that if I just only tried to reread those books, I could probably fill in my quota for like 3 or 4 years and enjoy it because I reread Italo Calvino and I was like, this book is so good. And now I really remember why I loved it. And like, I will reread it every 5 years until I die, I think, So I like that because I also want to be able to remember books. I forget books very quickly.
Books, I forget books like very quickly too. There's something about it.
So I've been giving Jayon recommendations for books I remember liking, and she's like reading them. She's like, "Oh, I'm at the part where this is happening." I'm like, "Babe, I don't remember jack shit from that book. I'm so sorry."
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, but that's a cool project.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, but also because I was so lazy to look into it, but ordering books from Amazon from the States is not hard at all.
No, actually, ordering from Amazon
it's so
is really easy.
Yeah, so I was like,
probably have to pay shipping fees.
Yeah,
but,
it was the easiest thing. I just had to put in my passport number, and for years I was like, oh, what a pain in the ass. Like I'll probably have to make a phone call. It's like no, just literally just do it from my phone.
I'll give you my credit card number. Yeah, no, it's so easy. But also, you can find all these books on Coupang, honestly.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And a lot of the times it comes from the US,
Amazon,
but it's faster shipping. But yeah,
they lost. I ordered some Vladimir Nabokov books, and they lost it, and I was furious.
Oh my god, Nabokov. Yeah, I've only read Lolita.
Yeah, talk about pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like these days I'm forgetting words a lot, and it's really concerning.
Me too.
yeah.
Do you guys experience this?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, it's really weird.
My brain doesn't fire as quickly as it used to, for
No.
sure. I used to be really good
know
at, like,
what it
Jan used to be
is.
like, what's that actor's name? And today she asked me that question, and I knew it, but it took about 10 seconds for me to go, Sean Penn.
Yeah.
But I knew it. I was like, oh, what the fuck is that
Yeah.
motherfucker's name? Yeah.
Exactly.
Sean Penn. Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially vocab words. Absolutely.
Vocab words. Another 2024 goal is like expand my vocabulary. I think I need to.
I hate that feeling, but I also love it when you figure it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes.
I'm not stupider than I was. Yay.
Yeah. Like I don't have Alzheimer's.
But like, I mean, talk about learning words. Lolita taught me a lot of words.
Yeah, there are a lot of hard
There's
words.
a lot of hard words in
Yeah.
that book. Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, that book and Frankenstein, I think, are like known to be the
Frankenstein,
ones with
yeah.
like the most SAT words or something like that.
Like romantic literature.
Oh, for sure.
In
Yeah.
general
Any Oscar Wilde
is-
book
yeah,
will teach you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it was written in Russian. Or
Nope.
did he wrote in English?
He wrote all his English novels in English, which is his second language, or even third after French, I want to say. He was just a genius.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable that someone who learned English later in life wrote some of the greatest. John Updike said of Nabokov, like, he's the greatest English writer, and he's not even English. Yeah, it's crazy.
Second language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mucho respect.
fair.
But I'm going to reread some of that shit. I'm going to reread some Philip K. Dick because I want to get back into like cerebral science fiction.
Who's that again?
Philip K. Dick wrote "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep," which was turned into Blade
Are these
Runner.
novels?
Yeah, they're novels. They're very short
okay.
novels.
Like
yeah.
science fiction novels?
Yeah, science fiction.
Okay.
But like his science fiction novels were very, very cerebral, very psychedelic, I would say. So again, when I was in college, I was like, this is trippy. I like this. I want to see if I, as a 35-year-old, 36-year-old, if I still think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually fun to go back to what you thought was cool
Yeah.
and see how it holds up.
It's kind of messed up because look,
Yeah.
I'm going to be 36 in a few weeks, and that's a big number. Just because like I remember when my sister and my brother-in-law were like 36, like they had like 3 kids already. Like also that means that being 26 was 10 full years ago, and 26
Yeah.
was like one of the greatest years of my life as a
Yeah.
young adult. Like I remember having so much fun from the years of 26 to 28. And not that I'm not having fun now, but it's just everything's so fucking different.
just different.
It's just so different. I had McDonald's the other night, and I had constipation for the next day.
Oh, no.
I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? I used to have McDonald's at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
every fucking Friday
Yeah.
when I was in my 20s.
I'm surprised it gave you constipation,
Bro,
and not the other way around.
we were trying to figure it out, right? Because
Yeah.
I was constipated 2 separate days, and I apologized to my wife. I was so cranky. Like, because I'm
Yeah.
never constipated. I normally have very consistent
Wait,
bowels.
also, do you guys remember like when you used to get constipated when you were young and it like wouldn't be a problem?
I don't think I thought about
Like
it. Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I didn't poo today,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You know?
But as an adult, I'm like, I can't enjoy
exactly.
life when I know
It
there's
is
poo inside me.
different.
You know what it was? I had pizza on Sunday at Improv, and I had constipation on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I had that burger, and I had
And then you
constipation
had-
on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was thinking about it, I was like, are pizzas and burgers my 2 favorite things to eat of all time? Now bad for, like, straight up my body is
Maybe.
yeah,
Your body might be rejecting it.
it is.
And you're
is.
So
She's
happy.
so thrilled.
She's so happy about that.
She's thrilled. Yeah.
I would, if that ever happened to me, I would cry. That's very sad.
I know.
Knowing how much Aaron needs his pizza and burgers.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Well, we're gonna get some pizza tomorrow, Sales. I know you can't make it, but you know what we'll do? We'll bring a pizza back to Hannam-dong, and then we'll just like have it around.
Okay.
You're gonna have a slice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I need to try it.
Yes. Well, if there's nothing else, well, I'll say this: we were at 199 followers last week,
It went down.
and it went to 196. I don't know what happened.
You know, I've been losing followers on my.
I mean, there is something to be
personal
said
account,
about like
too.
our friends who deactivate accounts
Yeah.
or
No,
what, you know what I mean? Like that definitely
exactly.
happens.
That's probably what it is.
But I'm also like, we were so close to 200. We're so close. Also, the Mija girls, one of them, Kumhe, had messaged me about, she wants to start her podcast. So she was asking questions about how we do ours. So I just casually was like, if you want to ever come on the podcast as a
Yeah.
guest, and she's like super down. And then she followed the podcast. We were at
Nice.
199.
199,
And then everything got taken
Yeah.
away.
it's because they hate us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's what it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Please like and subscribe at _the side dish on Instagram. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye.